We were discussing who would show up today, and now we know. This beautiful, gentle rain that we've been praying for and have received. My name is Ilene, and I'll be leading the service today. I want to give a special shout out to everyone who did make it today, for those that are listening in the lodge, and those that will be listening at home when it is posted on our YouTube page. I am confident that each one of you here, or if you're participating online, have been touched by the energy of the Masters and are grateful for their guiding us toward reaching our life goals. We are now at the cusp of Virgo and Leo. The virtues for these signs are compassion and continence. Blessings to all the Leo and Virgo spirits who are with us. So today's topic is Keys to Inner Peace. And my thesis will be, how do you vanquish fear, which may block keys to inner peace? A quote from Elizabeth Gilbert is, somewhere within us all there does exist a supreme self who is eternally at peace. So the challenge with inner peace is, how do we or can we practice being calm and still when seeking spirit in meditation, and maintain that calm throughout our daily lives? And what may contribute to us from straying from that center? Norm Paulson, Sunburst founder, wrote in Sacred Science that compassion is born in the heart of pure self and is motivated by unconditional love. Love moves through compassion, expressing mercy, kindness, and forgiveness. So what you may want to consider is find that compassion in your center, and be aware and implement the 8 right steps of daily walk with the mantra that love conquers all. We start our days every day with meditation. Norman Paulson, the founder of Sunburst, used to say, tithe in prayer. Find places and times that you can tithe in prayer every single day. And be a beam of healing light. Remind yourself that love conquers all. My mother used to say, when you see a child, surround that baby with love and light, because it might be the only time anyone ever considers doing that, and it's your responsibility to do it. I still practice that to this day. Develop the mental habit of heartfelt love for yourself and others. I know that's a hard one, but every day in the morning I think about who's gotten on my nerves recently, and I stop and I send them love and feelings of compassion and healing. When I put them in my mind, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be sending them love. I know it's kind of hard to do sometimes, but it can be done. It's a good practice. Be impeccable with your work and your actions. Whatever's coming, words or you're expressing from your mouth, be impeccable. Do the right thing, say the right thing. And always keep good company. I think we're doing that here today. And nourishment, always eat with a thankful, joyful heart. And when you're working, and this is a hard one, be calmly active and actively calm. And always remember that love conquers all. And if I have a moment during my work day, and they come quite often, I work with doctors, and I feel myself becoming reactive, I stop and say, you are being reactive. Bring yourself to the center, take a deep breath, do your breathing, and then go forward. And it does work. It really helps. Paramahansa said on the subject of inner peace, and I'm going to paraphrase this, the greatest way to world peace is the personal cultivation of inner peace by individuals in all lands. As taught in the science of yoga, daily meditation on the divine source of peace is the most effective way of achieving this. Everything you do should be done with peace. That is the best medicine for your body, mind, and soul. And it's a wonderful way to live. He went on to say, the more you feel peace in meditation, the closer you are to God. The peace of meditation is the language and embracing comfort of God. I like that. The language of God. Therefore, God is present right on the throne of peace within you. So I ask, what may preclude you from coming into the center of yourself and bearing compassion to everyone that you come across with, even when you're watching the news? What can you do? When you entered the temple this morning, an amazing and impactful Tibetan chant was being sung by Drukmo Gyal. She is a Tibetan songstress who also practices and was raised in the art of Tibetan medicine. And this morning I was having them play the Tibetan green Tara chant for healing. Om Tare Tutare Tutare Soha. And translated, that means a deeply compassionate being, always ready to give comfort and provide protection from physical, mental, and spiritual suffering, liberating from samsara or true suffering or problems. Tutara means liberate yourself from fears. And according to Tibetan medicine, as explained by Drukmo, our body is made of 5 elements, and they need to be in balance to keep the body hormones happy. And there are syllables to balance each element, and they would be the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, the liver, and the spleen. And in her chants, you chant your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, your liver, and your spleen. For example, heart will be transformed into blue light like the night sky. A-ho, shuda shuda. The lungs connected to the wind element. Yam-ho, shuda shuda. Kidney, all the fear and worry, the kidneys are connected to the water element. Kam-ho, shuda shuda. Liver is for anger, hatred, connected to fire. Ram-ho, shuda shuda. And the spleen is connected with the earth element. Lam-ho, shuda shuda. Body, speech, mind, Om Aho. Shuddha Shuddha means purify, purify. May we all bathe in the wonderful shower of the elements. I began chanting her healing chants between my first and my second morning meditations. Wow, what an inner healing and peace I received from that. And this morning, preparing for this service, I just listened to the chants over and over, and they just bring me right into my center, and I feel the healing. They're part of my morning devotions. So remember that all creatures, large and small, with or without lungs, have the same amount of God spark. No one has any more, and no one has any less. It's the gift that God gives you to experience in this life. And it is how we utilize the gift of God, that God spark, that determines our outcome. So as we go into meditation, take a moment to check your posture. If you're in a chair or on a meditation mat, make sure your spine is erect, properly supported, and your knees below your hips. If you're in a chair, uncouple your legs and put your feet flat on the ground. And I find that if thoughts distract me, I go back to my breath and I pay attention to it as it's entering and leaving my body. Bring your chin closer to your neck and envision a golden light of string just coming down to your center, going into the earth, and then back up. And let that golden thread that comes through you ground you to the planet, to Mother Earth, and to your meditation. And like I say, as thoughts come through to you, just go back to your breath. Om. and the inspiration of keys to inner peace. Norm Paulson, the Sunburst founder, said that through meditation and prayer, we can find and see God face to face. Honor and be mindful of the triad of blockage: fear, anger, ego. First of all, recognize them and honor them. They're part of your learning experience. Be mindful and honor the triad of inner peace, acceptance, empathy, and above all, benevolence. Remember that love conquers all. The virtue of compassion teaches us that all creation are gifted with an equal amount of the God spark. No more and no less. It's how you're choosing to use that spark. It will determine the outcome of your life. Early one morning, in my first meditation, in the pre-dawn sky, admiring the stars, listening to the breeze. Everybody knows I go out in the middle of the night to meditate. Something about being with Mother Gaia really inspires me. And I heard this message. I'm going to share it with you today. The proclivities of greed. Quite honestly, I had to look up the meaning of the word proclivities. I don't think I've ever used that word in this lifetime. It kind of shocked me. I had to go look up the definition. I was pretty sure I knew what it meant, but I looked it up anyway. It's a tendency to choose or do something regularly, an inclination or predisposition towards a particular thing. So I guess that means the proclivities of greed most likely means the self is always wanting more, and then more is never enough. So I'm going to share a short story about my grandfather, Vernon Scott. He was referred to as the original hippie. And he was given that title by the hippies in Haight-Ashbury area when he took my sister up there during the Summer of Love, and he got out of the car and they swarmed him, and he was given the title of being the original hippie. And his picture is right behind me if ever you want to take a look. You can see for yourself. Grandpa had always grown organic food and refused to eat anything from a conventional store. He raised his own meat. He grew all of his own food, and he had a little consortium where they shared their vegetables with each other. He used to call everything in a conventional store plastic food. And I should never touch anything in a conventional store because it was all plastic. We have a lot of stories about Grandpa. He was an amazing guy. But the reason I brought him up today is this. We were not allowed to use the word money in his presence. And if we did, our mouths were washed out with soap. I am not kidding. When I heard the words proclivities of greed, Grandpa immediately came to my mind. We had so many lectures about the evils of greed and money. I'd like to invite each one of you to talk story in the lodge when we participate in conscious speech and nutrition together, and share with us your memories, dreams, and reflections of family members or other individuals who had a lasting impact on your life, like my grandpa. And I will bring the original hippie picture with me so you can see for yourself. So what causes the proclivity of greed? That really got me to thinking. Is it fear that leads to anger, that leads to feeding the ego, resulting in greed? Is it anger that results of fear? Or perhaps it is the ego searching for that pot of gold over the rainbow. Never accessible because it does not exist. Or perhaps they're just after the wrong rainbow. There is a rainbow that exists within our interdimensional spine. That's the rainbow I'm going after. I want to give blessings and thanks to each and every one of you for joining us today. I'd like to invite you to our daily online meditations, Monday through Friday and Tuesday evenings. The hallmark of Sunburst is our dedication to meditating as a collective. We make the effort to do so every day. So may the peaceful vibration of today's meditation be with you and for the rest of your day. And remember to be calmly active and actively calm. Most importantly, don't give your power away to anyone. I'm going to read a short prayer to bring the service to close. God, I am that I am in the creative universe. Draw positive, loving energy towards my spirit that is abundant and balanced. God, I am that I am. I know I am God particle, the God spark. My creative self affirms abundance, acceptance, and self-realization as I part the veil of forgetting with joy and without fear and ego. God, I am abundantly able to succeed in every effort that I truthfully designate. And remember this, don't let anyone take away your joy, not even yourself. Always practice kindness to your Mother Earth, and remember that the Holy Land is wherever you are and wherever you step. So step with kindness on our Mother Gaia, and know that all beings are native to her. And by the way, we all breathe the same air. We are all equal in the eyes of God. So blessings to all who made the conscious effort to join us today. And I challenge you to chant silently all day to yourself, love conquers all.
Something always gets through about the children coming home. Something always gets through about the children coming home. In the channel up and down, dolphins sleep and dolphins swift. In the channel up and down, dolphins sleek and dolphins swift. Blue wing says to whitefin, swimming's good beside this ship. Blue wing says to whitefin, swimming's good beside this ship. I hear children singing, I haven't heard that in a while. I hear children singing, I haven't heard that in a while. Not since long canoes and northern children of the Isles. Not since long canoes and northern children of the Isles. Whitefin turns to blue wing, winks and rolls into a wave. Blue wing follows swiftly, they disappear into the sea. And on the deck I stand in, wondering if they saw me wave. All my nets are thrown, and I await the fisherman's day. All my nets are thrown, and I await the fisherman's day. I will mend